do something to turn their play anyway.
And you have hero power as well, so that just makes a
Yeah.
big difference as well.
It's okay though, because the mage is just going to take the hunter hero power as well from Finley, so it's fine. It'll be even.
Steal that hero. That's
Yeah,
a
it'll just be
crazy
even.
card, man. I've enjoyed that card a lot because it just creates a new dynamic for aggro decks. I mean, do you think this mage deck would exist without Finley? Like, do you think it'd still be played? Finley does offer a lot to it.
I definitely do think it would still be played. It's just Finley can potentially make it really strong. Definitely tough though, because there's a lot of mage decks at the moment, and it's something we have in a lot of with this expansion. Why this expansion's been so well received by everyone in general is that the variety of decks is insane. Like the variety of actual good decks is nuts. But we are going to the match, and it looks fairly even. I wouldn't even mind coin into the torch here onto the 2/2. Run the mana worm into 2/1, and then you can prop the trap with the mana worm next turn. Because that's what you have to do as well. You've got to presume they're explosive traps, so you've got to prop the traps in the most efficient way, so it only kills one minion really.
Wait, is that going face?
I hope so.
Oh,
no, it's not. No, it's not. So I like this. Okay, he's going to prop the trap that way instead. I mean, either way is fine, right? Because you do more damage this way. So
squeezing that free damage. It's an important fundamental as an aggro player, knowing when to trade and knowing when to go face. And that's what makes a difference in these aggro mirrors. The guys who kind of understand when they need to push for damage, when they don't need it, when they need to fight for board. And they are generally the better aggro players. Misha's pretty decent, right?
Yeah, Misha is one of those things where it's like, oh no, I want Huffer for more damage. Misha's actually, because of the 4 health, slows down burst so much and can soak up normally multiple minions in the aggro matchup. So Misha's pretty good. The follow-up, Scientist Explosive Trap feels kind of bad, so maybe Scientist Hero Power could happen next turn. Obviously, depending on how the board state looks. But what's the mage going to do? Does he have to just Arcane Golem into the Misha? Which is why Misha's so good in this matchup.
I think you kind of need to, and he's going to give an extra mana to overcast.
So now we can just play Wolf Rider
with the hero power.
All that. Yeah, just
he...
juggle Wolf Rider, go for it, why not? The only thing there is he might, if he had Unleash, maybe he would hold off on the juggler and play the Scientist or the hero power, but because he doesn't, I think you just throw it down. It's so much damage.
Yeah, you're in a situation now where you know your opponent doesn't have a Frostbolt, so you might as well just develop the board here. You can take a good... If he has to throw an Arcane Golem at your Misha, what does he really have? That's what you've got to consider.
Well, he has his own Wolf Rider now, but that isn't going to really fit him well.
You can't play the trade game in these matchups, because now straight away, Chloe's on the defensive here, and this Hunter can kind of steamroll out control if he needs to.
Yeah, he can do this. This is okay. This challenges the juggler, although the juggler could ping it off. Oh, it can just bow it down to be super safe. I thought I like Scientist Bow here. See where the juggler goes first. Nope. Oh, wow, okay.
Do you play hero power here, though, to kind of keep your hand nice and...
I mean, hero power explosives mana efficient, so that's fine. And the odds on him having another charge, or charge minion, to prot the hero power and actually hit face instead of trading are pretty low. So the odds on your trap going off before you can get the bow down's quite low. So I think that is right, and then you can just bow hero power and play pretty much whatever he gets.
Yep. So it looks like Overcast will be in top deck mode from now on. There's no card draw on these decks, so he is relying on hero power and top decks. But he's really far ahead. I mean, he can do a lot of damage. I mean, he's got so much damage potential next turn alone. Oh, I know Wolf Rider.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I think you actually just play... no, I think you can hero power, yeah.
Yeah, you need hero power.
Yeah, what you want to do in this matchup is just be as efficient as possible. And that Wolf Rider is still going to do 3 damage next turn. So that's pretty fine. And you just hit the point now where, what's the mage going to do? The mage start was too slow and didn't really gain enough.
Oh, did he get heal?
Armor up, go.
Armor up or heal?
What's he stat picks the heal, yeah.
Excellent.
Okay.
I like it.
Game on. And this isn't going to proc another secret because we've seen both explosive traps. So that was just a 2/2 Scientist there.
The only thing that he's going to do here is stop the hero power from the Hunter. He's still going to have to deal with all the damage coming from his cards.
And he can put him to 2.
And there we go. So it just shows like how, and he's got explosive trap down as well.
Yeah, but the thing is that the mage isn't going to attack the hunter like face for a while, I imagine, if he can survive. So for example, next turn he can next turn he can Frost Nova, Frost Bolt face. Oh, it won't matter if he's attacking with a bow. So you can Frost. I suppose you've still got to play around the weapon draw, right? So maybe Frost Nova, Frost Bolt, and then Hero Power. Oh, and he has Ice Block up. Oh, okay.
It's just keeping that Ice Block.
Can he stage a comeback though?
I don't know. Almost 30 health. You know, he gets Hero Power. Of course, he's gonna have to. The only way he's gonna be able to come back is if he can squeeze in a heal every turn. Because he has to.
Yeah, this is looking okay though. What's the draw? Okay, Lepidome can be dealt with. That's fine.
Well, Lepidome, he can heal. He can clear the Lepidome, but then his Ice Block's gonna get popped. So Lephinome's actually a decent draw here for Overcast.
Oh yeah, it's a good draw. It's just that because he has the second Ice Block, then he can, you know, like he can still do something next turn and follow up. He's gonna give the Hunter cards, which is interesting. Oh, Fireball. The issue here is that the Mage just hasn't had a chance to push for any damage. Because I've seen this Mage deck before, like, actually just throw out, like, from a position not quite as bad as this, but close. Because they did some early damage at least, you can then draw Burn. Because you have, like, Frost Bolts, Ice Lances, Fireballs, and the Forgotten Torch. So you have so much just straight out of hand burn. It's crazy. But it's just whether he can survive, and we can see that Hero Power is going to actually take the Ice Block, so he can gain one more turn.
Another Lepidome as well. It might not seem like the best draw, but in this situation I think Lepinome's great because if it gets taken out, it's going to kill you. If you don't take it out, it's going to kill you as well. So it's just like worst case scenario for the Mage player. It's so tough. He gets the Ice Block, he gets another turn to survive, but how do you do 27 damage in this position?
Yeah, well, that's the problem. Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? And I think that's the position. He's just, if he had a bit more health, just a tiny bit, or if he'd done a bit more damage, he might be able to. Because look at his hand, that's actually quite a lot of damage. And he's not even drawn Ice Lances yet, I don't think.
Yeah, it just doesn't. It's a situation that's terrible for him. His health total. He can't Arcane Missiles because of the Lepidome. He kind of needs to clear the Lepidome as well. It's just. He can't attack either. He's just locked into losing right now. He does need Ice Lances. If those are Ice Lances, it might be a little bit different.
Yeah, well, he can still draw into them, and at this point, with the spell power, like, they are hitting for 4 anyway.
An Owl here. So Hero Power alone is going to pop this block, and then...
So hang on, how much damage has he got? He can't attack, that's the problem, isn't it? So he has 11.
Attack, yeah.
If he draws... Oh no, Fireball will be... He needs to ping as well. Oh no, because of spell power. Oh, he's got 12 in hand. He needs to silence the spell power. Yeah, that's happening. Okay, so now that removes the win condition. Or the win opportunity, at least.
I mean, you can still Frostbolt face and heal and clear that minion, and that will make him have to have Burst from his hand then. But he already has a quick shot sitting there, so...
Yeah. So this is the right line of play, but... he's used 2 Ice Blocks, so, and even if he had Ice Barriers, which I'm pretty sure the deck doesn't run, then like he just quick shot Hero Powers through it anyway. But this is the thing, look, he got pretty close. He got pretty close considering how much of a bad position he's in, and that's why this deck's pretty good. Like, look at all the burn, like it's loot. And if he had Spell Power, he would be really close actually. He would have gained, I think, 3 more damage there. 3 more damage. So he would have put him to 3 from 27, and when he's been on 2 health. Like,
he worked so hard then, didn't he, to try and get back in that game. Pretty unfortunate for him, but it looks like the first game is actually going to go to Overcast, and he's going to take a 1-0 lead with the Face Hunter. So it's an interesting match altogether, wasn't it? It was it looked like it was just going Overcast's way, and then all of a sudden Chloe was able to kind of sustain, but just not enough. He just needed a little bit more.
Yeah, and that's the power of that deck. It looks like a really, really strange mage deck, but you get to the point where you will only draw burn a lot of the time. So you can just do that much damage. And with the Frost Novas and the Ice Blocks gaining you one more turn, then like it gains you enough time to just draw into more and more burn and just kill someone. I mean, it would have been different if he was against like a warrior or a priest, obviously. But in that matchup, you can just like... against the hunter, you can just kill them, and even without it being silenced, if the Thanos wasn't silenced and he drew into some more like damage, he could have potentially just killed him. Maybe an Ice Lance as well. Like if he'd actually drawn Ice Lances would have changed everything.
Another thing to consider as well, we've seen 8 decks from this tournament already, and they've all been pretty different apart from the Druids. And then we have the start of this series, and we got 2 completely different decks again. So you know the variety of decks so far in this tournament are excellent. And this looks like, is this Face Hunter coming from Chloe now?
Yeah, it has to be, and he's actually running Flare to tech against mages, paladins, and other hunters, I suppose, and then the Leroy as well. So
Snake Trap as well.
Yeah. Yeah, Snake Trap's an interesting pick. It's not common, but not something we've never seen before. You know, like the one Creeper's interesting. So it's like he's cut Creeper for Leroy, and then 3 different one-offs in the charge minions instead of 2 Golems or 2 Wolf Riders or 2 Horse Riders.
Yeah, I mean we've seen like a completely aggressive lineup from Chloe so far. It's pretty crazy, and it looks like it's going to be a Druid, kind of pretty standard stuff here.
It looks very similar to the it looks very similar to the list we saw beforehand. So, yeah, that's a pretty standard list, I guess. Apart from the scenarios, but again, like we said, China likes to just we're just going to be different. Use our own ideas for the odd card here and there. Only one Azure Drake. I'm guessing the split for the scenarios.
Spirant as well.
Yeah, there was a lot of debate there, wasn't there? I mean, I've not played mid-range Druid for a while. I've been playing more aggro Druid and recently Egg Druid. But yeah, the whole Aspirant, Wild Growth, do you do 2-2? Do you do 2-2-1? Which way do you do 2-1? And all that, I think that's still actually undecided. Because I still speak to players about it now, and they have different opinions on what you should take.
It's personal preference, right?
Yeah. But I'd have to say the Hunter should demolish this game. It's pretty hard.
I've seem to have... just bear with me a minute, guys. It seems like the feed has...
It looks okay on my end.
Yeah, it just needs to be picked up again.
Okay. So, yeah, the Hunter should, unless the Druid can answer really quickly and gain the board, the Hunter should have the ability to just smash through this game. As like the scenarios is a bit pointless because as the Hunter in this aggressive deck, you don't want them to make it to 9 mana anyway. Because if they do, yes, you're probably not in a great position. But it's just the fact that the Druid doesn't really want much healing other than like say Ancient of Law. So your hero power does so much work, and all the charge minions like the taunts, you can just owl through them if that's the case. So it should be pretty decent. The early Aspirant is pretty nice though.
Yeah, I'm just having trouble with the feed a minute, guys. Sorry about that. I'm just going to restart it quickly, and we'll see. We'll get that up for you as soon as possible. Right. So looking at that matchup, the Face Hunter versus the Druid. The Druid really needs that Aspirant, I guess. The only one copy he had to kind of sustain. Is a very good card to challenge those early pressure that comes from the Face Hunter.
Yeah, getting the Aspirant out early is really good because with the 3 health as well, it trades so well. I mean, we saw that it was versus the Abusive Sergeant on the board, so can trade into that and then still stay alive to do some extra work. But yeah, we're just gonna get the game back up for a second.
Yeah, just bear with me, guys. I just need to put the command plugged in. It wasn't showing up. Oh, sorry about this, guys.
So we'll get it up in a minute, but I'm just going to make the guess that the Hunter's winning this matchup, just because it's so, at least in my opinion, so favoured. Because by the time they can get the big taunts out, you've probably either drawn Owl or you can draw enough burn to actually just go through with the hero power. And maybe we will just see Leroy. That's always a card, right?
Yep, that's always a card. Yeah, I'm just bear with me, guys.
Yeah, just having a few issues actually, some technical problems, guys. I'm sure you all in Twitch chat understand very nicely and are being very pleasant about the situation. So yeah, I mean, what other matchups have we got? What we're going to do today is we're going to do the quarterfinals. So if you guys haven't seen the bracket, I will actually just link it again. We're going to do the quarterfinals today. Then it's almost certainly going to be the semi-finals and the losers bracket semi-finals tomorrow. And then the day after, we're just going to finish up with the rest of the games and get the finish on. Just a second.
I'm just struggling a little bit with this. This is not something I've never kind of streamed from a direct feed personally, so this is kind of a new experience for me as well, and just having some prompt issues here. Right. Okay. All right, we're just gonna go to a quick break. So if you guys could just bear with us. Yeah, just bear with us for a moment. I'll get that back up for you.
对阵，Uther。荣耀赐予我力量，就让比赛开始吧。
Are we back?
All right, we're back, guys. Sorry about that. I had some issues with the feed there, and it looks like a game has already been taken. Face Hunter will definitely do those things.
Yeah, so it's going to be the mage versus the paladin. Looks like mid-range paladin with the two zombie chows, the heal bot, of course. And the mage is still the freeze mage, right? Well, the sort of freeze aggro mage thing, if that's what we're calling it.
Wow, 2 wins for Overcast already. I guess they had a quick aggro mirror, and it looks like the Druid is actually able to stabilize against the Face Hunter and take it.
Yeah, which is pretty crazy. I mean, you just mustn't have drawn into like the extra bird or an owl or anything like that. So
So Overcast already packing 2 very aggressive decks from the start. We haven't seen anything else from him, whereas no, Overcast, sorry, is playing like a mid-range variant of Paladin here. Do you think it's just mid-Paladin or it's got secrets in it? I can't quite tell yet.
Yeah, it looks fairly mid-range. The heal bot isn't normally found in Secret Paladin. And like I said, some of these Chinese players really like mid-range, like no matter what state that deck seems to be in at any point. But you know, mid-range Paladin is pretty strong, and it's been really strong recently in the meta. So,
and that's quite a board.
Yeah, already under a lot of pressure, and other than like arcane missiles, this mage deck doesn't really have a way to. And he draws arcane missiles as I say it, so okay. This mage deck doesn't really have a way to deal with a big board. Actually, you can slow it down with Frost Nova, but you kind of need the burn.
I think an issue here for Chloe is going to be the heal bot itself. I mean, the thing with the heal bot is all his work could have gone to waste in one heal bot, and it's gonna really gonna suck for him if he does manage to find some burst, and then the 8 of that's just healed and just puts him out of reach. That can be kind of the danger of playing a deck like Aggro Mage.
Yeah, and the Murloc probably isn't going to help. It's just going to... This is the problem. The Cold Light, like, I struggle to want to play that card, because it's like you're just feeding your opponent cards as well. I suppose if you draw it into your burn to win the game, that's fine, but this is definitely a rough situation for the mage here, and the card camera just doesn't help. Well, doesn't help the mage, I mean. It's actually a good, really good draw, but Belcher just goes down. You can clear this up really easy. I'm surprised he didn't actually just use the zombie child, to be honest.
Yeah, I would have considered using the zombie child. Just get that heal out the way and start.
Maybe he's just thinking, well, if he kills the zombie child, then that's more burn he's using. If he doesn't kill it, well, it's never going to heal then, is it? So I'll just keep pushing for damage. But with the heal bot, the True Silver, even the Owl, just to, like, say, Owl a frozen target, just for more damage is pretty big. This is definitely not looking fantastic for the mage player.
Yeah, Chloe seems to be struggling a little bit in general in this match. He's already down 2 games. It looks like Overcast is in a really comfortable position here, and it's going to be really tough for him to come back in this series. He needs to keep kind of cold lighting, keep kind of looking for more burst, but the only problem is he's giving more tools to the Paladin, and it's, healing tools are going to be the scariest thing. Lay on hands. He's already got a True Silver to start healing up again if he wants to, an anti-heal bot. And there's no Alex in this mage deck. It's just like pure aggro. So yeah, it's pretty tough.
Yep, and I like the Shredder here. That's pretty nice.
Oh wow!
Oh, he can silence the Chow. The plays.
That was good. I like that. Very smart stuff from Overcast there.
And now you just wonder how, like, there's one more Frost Nova. There is Ice Lance, but no Frost Bolt to get the extra burn from that. So you can get he can almost certainly get Ice Blocks on board. He kind of needs to Frost Nova this turn. Yeah, that's right. So Frost Nova, you can guarantee Ice Blocks next turn because your opponent probably can't silence 2, especially with one Owl already used. And is that Solemn Vigil?
It is.
Wow.
Interesting. I mean, Paladin can be one of the classes, especially mid-range Paladin, that only have Lay on Hands for card draw. So maybe he's gone down the Solemn's kind of route. I mean, some players have used Cult Master in the past as another way to kind of get card draw for this deck. But he's looking to fight for board a lot. That's what mid-range Paladin does. So maybe Solemn's can find its place in this deck.
Yeah, and he's under pretty much, well, not no pressure, because we can see that there's, 12? There's 12 damage from hand at the moment, which is quite a lot, but through the taunts, through a Divine Shielded Sludge Belcher, like, you know, pretty rough.
He's got a lot to punch through. Oh man, can he find the damage he needs? Leponome is something. It looks like he's just gonna start putting pressure on that life now and kind of hope that he draws into some more damage in the next few turns. But as we know, with anti-heal bot and a True Silver Champion available to Overcast, it's going to be an uphill battle for him.
Yeah, Consecrate's going to suck a little bit, but the thing is here, like, there might still be a chance. We do have to see the Paladin player now kill the Scientist first to stop proccing the second Ice Block in an easier manner. But I guess, yeah, Healbot's just going to probably just end the game here. Healbot and then into True Silver next turn, yeah. Pretty rough.
Yep. That's really bad for him. Heal bots, swings him out of reach. He's on 1 health. No other... Oh, he gets to draw cards as well. On top of that, so he could draw maybe a Leon Hands. Yeah, it's just looking very bleak here for Chloe.
Yeah, and you know what? You've got to feel bad. You've took this mage deck. It's a little bit different, like quite non-standard, and you know what? It's doing absolutely nothing for you whatsoever. It's just getting absolutely destroyed every game.
Yeah.
And this is rough because now, like, having your opponent only needing to win 1 match when you have to win 4 is definitely quite difficult. He has to literally not drop a game after with every single deck versus the Warlock.
Even with a mage, like, he still has to win a game with this mage, and it's just not doing anything.
Yeah, that's
like
the scary part. That's the scary part. He has to actually win with the mage.
And Leon Hands just like add insult to injury here. You couldn't beat me with anti-heal bard. How are you going to beat me with Leon Hands? I just wanted Leon Hands here, just to kind of show
The BM.
Yeah, it would be. It's just a bold statement. Yep, he's just doing it. He's just like, "You're gonna concede now." I think it's that time.
Burn me down from 27. Go.
Good luck. Oh man. So what's he gonna draw? His saving grace is gonna be a Wolf Rider, and
That Wolf Rider's got this.
is gonna be coming out. I do feel for Chloe here, and he's like I said, he brought this deck. A little bit different, kind of hoping to get a win with it so far, and all his aggro decks have failed him, and that must be quite disheartening, especially if he's an aggro specialist.
Yeah, the problem is it's really difficult to take a deck like that. So you've gone something a bit different, but then you just lost every game, and now you're in a position where you cannot lose anymore, or you're down into the loser bracket. And that's like really bad on the mindset, to be honest. It's I just can't see. People have done it. I mean, so Kranich recently in StarLadder has done some crazy comebacks, but that's in best of 5. So from being like 2-0 down and reverse killing them, which is okay with one deck. But when you have to try and do this across multiple decks in one matchup, surely one of your decks is going to be weak to whatever's left for the opponent. And this looks like fairly standard. Yeah, the newer sort of hand lock / demon lock. So pretty nice deck actually. Whose deck is this? Is this Chloe's?
I think so. Yeah, I think it's Eve. Yeah, I think it is Chloe's. But one thing to notice about kind of this demon hand lock list is a card that's starting to kind of pick up in popularity again, mainly in kind of the Reno Jackson Warlocks. Is Siphon Soul. That card cycled out for a very long time. It's nice to kind of see it back. It seems to have a lot more targets, especially when the next wing gets unlocked and you have that crazy legendary. So it's going to definitely see some work, I think.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to playing that card.
That card's gonna be
it's like play a 9-mana card and draw a win condition next turn.
Yep.
Like it's kind of scary, and you can't stop it because the discover's a battle cry, and discover like sounds well, it's a bit random. Well, no, it's not, because you can discover only 3 cards, and that's it. It's the same 3 every time.
And 3 of those cards are win conditions, and you can choose the one that basically caters best to your game plan in that moment. It's going to be really powerful, I think.
So, are we now seeing the mage one more time?
We are. All or nothing, right?
So yeah. So what he's decided now is like, yeah, I'm probably going to lose this set, but I need to take a game with this mage. I'm going to feel bad, man.
You would go 3-0 with the mage, so if this was a best of 5 and he didn't use his hunter, it would have just been very sad for him.
Yep.
But it's a decent start, right?
Yeah, reasonably quick start. And Molten Giants aren't in hand for the Warlock yet. So that's how the game... I suppose, actually, with this deck, the Molten Giants aren't even too much of a problem, because by that point, you should have enough burn in hand to just kill them. And even a good pickup with the Lepinome for turn 3, you can just Scientist and drop Lepinome and create even more pressure. There's a Molten, though.
His early game is minion based. His ending is spells. So right now he's established his early game and he's putting on the pressure with the damage. So like you said, when these Molten Giants do actually become relevant, it's not going to matter because he's going to be throwing Fireballs, Frostbolts, and Ice Lances around. So it's looking pretty good for him. The mage is doing what it's supposed to be doing almost at this point.
Yeah, and he can refill the board a little bit with Scientist Lepinome now. And the reason he used the Torch there was because he wants that 3-mana Fireball in his deck as well. to draw into that later on to finish off the game. Fireball as well. So Fireball, Frostball, he does have the burn ready. He can't cast them both next turn though, so that's the worrying. What he's been able to do now is set the Warlock up on a very, very awkward health. So there's nothing good here. He cannot cast Molten Giant Taunt. He can't cast Drake Taunt. Like, this is really awkward for him. Another Frostbolt.
He does get an opportunity next turn. So if he gets taken below 10, which I imagine, he can Shadow Flame. He can Molten Giant, Shadow Flame, Mal'Ganis, Sun Fury. So that will be something he can do. Oh, Healbot as well. So you could just Giant Healbot instead if you want. So he does.
I kind of like the Giant Shadow Flame thing, to be honest.
So yeah, Shadow Flame this guy. Then of course you play the Molten, and then you can taunt up the Mal'Ganis and the Molten, and then he has to throw burn spells at the Mal'Ganis. But the problem is he gets taken down to 3 health here once our Lebanon goes down. So it's scary stuff.
I think because you've seen Fireball and Torch already, you can't be too afraid of like the exact damage to kill Mal'Ganis and do the 3 damage to face, right? You've got to be at least a little bit confident that you're not going to die this turn, and then you just play Healbot and then should win. Healbot tap or tap Healbot, whatever.
And this is really smart as well, not taunting at the Mal'Ganis because he knows that deck runs stuff like Wolf Rider, like Arcane Golem, and protecting the Mal'Ganis is the most important thing here. So he's forcing him to use spell damage to deal with the Mal'Ganis so he can actually finish him off. And if you look at his hand here, he drew an Arcane Golem, so he could have maybe Arcane Golem.
But he would have won.
Yeah.
Would have won. If you taunt it up, the Arcane Golem's in. Oh no, he would have been 1 mana off, sorry. He would have won next turn. Like, he sort of has the damage in hand, but wouldn't have been able to cast it all. So that's pretty big as well. This seems to just... Is this just the Warlock's game?
It's close.
Like,
Healbot's definitely going to do a lot. And he doesn't even finish it off. So it does stick around for one more turn.
Yeah, he's setting up next turn to just Frostbolt it. I imagine we're going to just see tap Healbot here. Like, why not? You don't need to Dark on face. Oh.
And another 15 points of health come turn 9 as well. Yep, this looks like the Warlock's game already. But, you know, maybe this mage can do something. Maybe it can. I'll have to see. Oh, man, that's not a good draw.
Is the mage gonna lose? After such a quick start, is the mage going to lose again? This is definitely rough. The only thing you can say is for the losers bracket, he's hiding the rest of his decks, right?
That's true, yeah. I mean,
so
that's probably why he did it.
Yeah, he's only played Aggro Hunter and Mage, and that's it. So his Warrior and his Paladin are a bit, still a bit of a mystery. So there's that one small benefit I can pluck from this issue. But other than that, that's pretty rough.
Yeah, what do you do? I mean, you Frost Nova, you do stall things out a little bit. Frostbolt on the Mal'Ganis. You've thrown away another one of your win conditions here. These kind of spells from hand. I just feel bad for him. He's tried really hard with his mage deck to make it work, but he just keeps hitting obstacle after obstacle.
The thing is that there's still. Oh, I was going to say there's still a chance, but I think. Let me look. Lothab. I mean, do you actually want to play Lothab this turn? I think you have to, right?
If you Lothab Dark Bomb, the Mana Worm, and then you get to Jiraxxus next turn to 15 health, I just don't see how you win. Because he's never going to punch through this Molten Giant. Because he's going to have to use spells. Or his charge minion. So this Molten Giant's just going to sit there for pretty much the rest of the game, I imagine.
Yeah, what's the draw? Wow, he has to ping the Loot Hoarder, right? Oh, it's just pinging face, okay.
He's still hiding behind Ice Block, right?
Yeah, so he's still alive for now. Yeah, he can prot the Ice Block on 1 health as well. That's pretty big.
And Jiraxxus comes down, putting him back up to 15 health. It may be tempting to play some other things here, but you definitely want to just go back up. 15 health is just like a guarantee, right? You can clear the Loot Hoarder. Yeah, it's just really kind of bleak for him now. Well, actually, leaving the Loot Hoarder alive doesn't seem too bad either. And that's it. Wow.
He has to draw into Ice Block. And he does get it, but does it matter? So the thing here is Arcane Golem is still not going to be enough. And because he's not pinged onto the Molten Giant, he's pinged face, then like there's nothing he can top deck to do 14 damage next turn, or 13 with ping, right?
Yep, there's just nothing at all, and this is kind of the story of this mage deck so far, is ice blocks just don't do enough. They just don't keep him in the game long enough, and one more turn, what can you draw to protect him? There's nothing, no Alex, nothing.
Yeah, and I think when you get to the point where you have everything's just gone right here, like you got Mal'Ganis out nice and early, whilst clearing the board with Shadow Flame. He then went into Molten Giant Healbot into Jiraxxus. There's nothing that could have gone worse. Oh my god, play Finley. Can Finley keep us alive?
Finley into Flash of Light. Oh, Flash Heal, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh. Awesome.
Yeah, I still don't think the arcade... He's going to try, but the arcade missiles aren't going to hit for 13 to face.
4-0.
So there we go. Yeah, 4-0. I mean, that's pretty impressive in Conquest especially. But yeah, at least he's guarded the rest of his decks. That's the best I can come up with, to be honest, guys. Feels bad, man.
Back to the drawing board.